Many people view China as a difficult market. Differences in language, culture, time, and distance can make China harder for business visitors and give the impression that it is an extremely difficult place in which to do business. There is no business talk in China without at least one trip to a restaurant. Sometimes a trip is made to the restaurant even before any business discussion has taken place. The restaurant will always be a grand one, and you are likely to be hosted in a private room. When attending a business dinner in China, the host always takes a central seat opposite of the door. The host's seat usually has a specially folded napkin, sometimes in the shape of a tall cone. The second host will sit opposite of the main host, and guests are arrayed, sometimes by rank, to the right of the host. If you do not like what has been served to you, just move it around on your plate. Avoid dropping your chopsticks because it is known as bad luck. Do not place your chopsticks in a bowl of rice. The Chinese are big drinkers, and it does not matter if it is lunch or dinner, as long as a meal is being hosted, there will be alcohol. Chinese wine is the favorite, followed by red wine and beer. It is often seen as rude to not drink with them at a formal dinner. To maintain your sanity, either claim to be a non-alcoholic or plead medical grounds as an excuse. Toasts are given on every sip of alcohol. First, the principal host will give a toast, then the principal guest, and down the line of rank. Make sure you pour tea for others before filling your own cup. Eating usually begins once the host offers the first drink. The host will usually serve the most valued guest with a selection of the best food on the table. Business is not usually discussed during the meal. If you want rice with your meal, you will often need to request it, as rice is usually served at the end of dinner banquets. They rarely have cold water. When you get warm or hot water, do not ask for cold. The Chinese eat lunch at noon and dinner at 6 p.m., never later. Remember that their concept of time differs from ours. Never finish your meal. If you clean your plate, it will mean that the host has not provided you with enough food and will look extremely rude. When fruit is served, this means that the meal is coming to an end. The host does not initiate when you should leave, so when you see that the fruit has been served, begin to get ready to leave. Even though gratuity is officially forbidden, it is nice to tip in private and be discreet, and it has not been known to be turned down. If you are asked to the dinner, it is expected that you reciprocate, but make sure you do not outdo your host. Smoking is very common. If you smoke, always offer a cigarette to others. Formal business dinners normally drag on for quite some time with a lot of social talk, some karaoke, and drinking contests. If you are new to this partnership, you are unlikely to be invited to further after-dinner entertainment. Once you are familiar with them, you may be invited to a karaoke, which is a major pastime in China. If they are the host for the night, all the bills will be picked up by them for the night, including all the entertainment. It is impolite to fight for the bill, or worse, split the bills. When communicating or having a conversation, talk about education to avoid sensitive topics. It is really good to know about ancient history of China. China is known to not have a very open society, but it is more open than many think. Political opinions are often clearly expressed when government officials are not around. Never say no in public, no matter how strange the question or request. Always apologize, even if you don't mean it. The Chinese will try and act superior to you, but they are feeling very vulnerable. Use laughter to diffuse a situation. Chinese laugh frequently when they are uncomfortable. Gift exchange is an essential aspect of building connections and should be handled delicately. Call ahead of time to ask an assistant if they are exchanging gifts. Even though it seems straightforward, giving gifts is an art form. Give something branded that will look good on a cabinet, even if they don't like it, so it can be re-gifted, which is very common to do. Things not to give are clocks. These are associated with death. Knives, scissors, letter openers, or other sharp objects. These imply the severing of a relationship. The color red means good fortune, but do not write anything in red ink. That implies the ending of a relationship. Avoid white because that is associated with funerals. One major thing when exchanging gifts, make sure that the gift you are giving was not made in China. Do not expect that the gift will be accepted right away. You may have to offer it a few times before it is accepted. Take a camera to take pictures during your gift exchange. Give gifts to everyone in the room. If not, give the gift to the most important person in the room. When attending a business meeting, always show up on time or even 5 minutes early, because the Chinese will always call you to let you know they have arrived, even if they are early. Guanji is the relationships and connections and does not necessarily mean having friendships. It is a way of getting things accomplished. In China, business is viewed as being relationship-based, whereas in the United States it is viewed as transaction-based. To understand how business decisions are made, sometimes knowing family relationships is more important than knowing the organizational structure of the company. Compromising is always key. The interaction between business partners is more important than written documents. When you have a business relationship with China, you need to expect to be frequently traveling to China. Just showing up there once a year does not show commitment to the relationship. Non-business activities show that the focus is on the relationship and not simply on a piece of paper. Learn that sometimes yes means no, or I'm listening. Business relationships inevitably become a social relationship after a while, unlike Western business relationships which remain professional. The more you share your personal life, including family, hobbies, and aspirations, the closer you are in your business relationship.